I'm dolo, and I'm good with that.
Don't fuck with me. I'm
backed by God, so I don't even know how to have the fear you need me to have.
Boy, if you weak ass niggas even thought of doing something to me, I light y'all bitch ass up.
I don't fuck with nobody. So when you fuck with me, I'm fuck with you.
You want to be somewhere where people are all trying to grow. And if you going behind, guess what they gonna do? Tell you, hey bro, either get right or get the hell on. You see what I'm saying? But them the type of people you need to be around because that holds you to a standard.
If you can't receive someone telling you something, and even if you don't like who's saying it, if you're focused on what they're who's saying it, then what they're saying, you're not emotionally intelligent.
That's a fact.
You're emotional.
God put me through a lot of trials and tribulations so that I wouldn't get complacent, so that I could remember who the fuck I am.
Obsessed with finding myself now and not having to prove anything to anybody other than myself.
I believe in wins and lessons. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Everything is a lesson.
You can't let nothing break you. I don't care what the situation is, my nigga. Don't let that shit break you, because it's always a
Stay
way.
you. Be you, be different. Don't try to follow no ways. What work for somebody else ain't gonna work for you.
Oh, I'm trying to better myself. I'm struggling to better myself, or I'm just trying to be a better person. Yeah.
Giving your best is enough. And sometimes we lose track of that. So for anybody out there, you know, you're enough.
One door closed, another one gonna open.
I'm someone you really shouldn't put your hands on. So just make sure that this what you want, because I'm not gonna stop, and I'm very resourceful.
See, I'm not one of them niggas that know a lot about a little. I know a little about a lot, bitch. I might not be the brightest candle on the cake, but bitch, I'm lit.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet?
Yo, it's your boy like Buddha Mike back at it again with another TikTok live reaction. How is it going, everybody? DJ in the building, what it do? I see you out there. See, let's get it.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna be.
Bitch on the ride of my back like a Mustang. I gotta watch on my wrist is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I see my baby to bring it around. See ya.
I'm gonna be one you can trust.
Angela the doll in the building. What it do, Angela? Yo, yeah, we getting it. We getting it. I wasn't gonna do one today, but I'm like, you know what? I got time. Let's do it. Let's do it. So hey, here we are. Let's get it in right into the show, yo.
There's so many extraterrestrial races. Oh, this is coming out because they know it's over with for them. Now you're gonna see the real reason why they had to lie about UFOs. You come from the stars, nigga. So they had to lie about the whole stars. Do y'all get it? You come from the stars. So they had to lie about UFOs. Because they admitted them, now they gotta admit to you all about you. This was just one big game they created, one big illusion they created to keep you from you. I told you go watch Godzilla vs. Kong. I gave that lecture on my website, but if you go watch Godzilla vs. Kong, Kong throw the goddamn spear right at the sun. Whole fucking sky shatter. They only show you the King Kong to show you that your ass is in that same cage Kong is in. Right now. You looking up, you think that's a sky. That is not a sky. This is an electrical jail made for your soul and spirit. You got 5, 6 different levels of sky above your head. That's CGI technology. So imagine when they turn that shit on and turn the whole sky to look like a fucking war zone. Niggas is gonna believe that shit. So many people finna believe this UFO alien invasion. And they had to do something to bring everybody back together to get the heat off their ass.
Yeah, they need something, but it ain't gonna work no more. They fucked up, caught on fire, you know what I'm saying? Them dudes, DEA. But, you know what I'm saying? He's still alive. Tel Aviv is up where he's at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who he's talking with, but the people got that dude walking around with that motherfucking beard and shit on his face. You know what I'm saying? It's the same guy. Same guy. We just got Jude with it.
Are you awake yet? 3-Eye Atlas. I told you. The Christos oil has to travel up the spine, up the vertebrae. Once it makes it to the top, it has to be released back down. What does Atlas mean? Don't worry about it. I got you. As always, just pay attention. Let's just Google the word. The first meaning, a book of maps or charts. But that's not what we're talking about. The second meaning, anatomy, the topmost vertebrae of the backbone, articulating with the occipital bone of the skull. And yes, I know the word was occipital, but it was much funner saying it the way that I just said it. Now, are you waking up? They put it all in front of your face, people. We just had to figure it out. Third eye up your vertebrae. You mother, you dirty, dirty mother.
I told you. Didn't I say that shit yesterday? I could have swore I said that yesterday. And this dude come out like he see my video. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Because I was thinking, I'm like, you know, 3-Eye Atlas just sounds like some other shit that pertains to us, really. But hey, you know, it's good to be verified. You know, I like it.
What's that? Oh, a study was done on 2 groups of people. One group where they're extroverts, they talk a lot, they say that they're the smartest people in the room. And then the second group, which is the quiet group, more reserved, and usually didn't voice that they were the smartest in the room. So these researchers voiced that they were going to be testing on which group would be considered the smartest group. But they weren't going to tell them when the test was actually going to begin, so nobody would have an advantage. So essentially, they had them all interact with each other in one room for several hours. They had no idea that that itself was the actual test. Once the researchers came in and started questioning people on certain reactions people had, certain comments that they made, if they remembered certain things about the conversations, and the group that got the answers right perfectly was the quiet, reserved group. The ones that actually almost never got the answers right, of course, were the group that said they were the smartest in the room. So even though the extrovert group was the ones that would always talk over the other groups that were a little bit quieter, they weren't being quiet just to be quiet. They were being observant because they're experts at it and they don't miss anything. Oh, goody.
I like being a little quiet kid too, man. It's awesome. Pick up everything. You know what I'm saying? My own Batman skill. Superpowers unlocked.
What's that? Oh, Terrence Howard said he's going to release free energy, the equations to it, so you can pull free energy out of the flux. Tell me more! Yeah, because Terrence Howard is basically a genius and has come up with many different inventions that will give people free energy, that will give certain zero-point energy flight, things of that nature, he is starting to be silenced. And what they're doing is they're doing things such as, oh, you owe child support, so we're going to pull your passport so you can't go to Dubai. But why would he need to go to Dubai? Oh, well, that's where he would get his funding for what he needs to do for the inventions he's come up with. So now that people behind the scenes and certain people that don't want him to have his inventions come to life are starting to silence him by way of taking away opportunities for him and trying to shut his opportunities down so he can't come up with these inventions and have them come out soon. What he's doing is releasing the equations then for free energy from the flux. Goody!
Fucked up fuckery. Just can't let people make us have an easier life, huh? Like we try to live it cool. They want to make shit hard.
Oh, this is why Starlink shut it down. Antarctica? I thought there was supposed to be snow everywhere. And the penguins there too. Look at the penguins. Remnants of an old race. But that looked like green lands to me. It don't look that cold. They're lying. Go look at the Ouroboros maps. They got Antarctica depicted. No snow. No snow, no snow. Niggas don't want it. Here's another map. No snow in Antarctica. So, why we can't view what's going on there? Why all our life we thought Antarctica was just this big snow region, right? That nobody could go to. But there's a pact on all governments and all worlds and all world leaders that say that, hey, we don't cross Antarctica. Here's another map. This is a modern map of how Antarctica look without snow, I guess. And they say this is a rare picture. But I guess this one's CGI, right? A CGI. Now we got an inner Earth interest too. Oh man, and why is that like? Don't that look? Now he was saying that's real, that's natural, right? But don't that just look crazy? Like, you know, nature have some incredible formations, right? But sheesh, bro, like you would think the whole thing is froze with ice. That don't look real, bro. I don't know about y'all. That look like it's like a freeze gun. Pew! Like I felt like you was trying to run. Pew! Hit you with one of them Spectres and it froze half the land like I'm playing Destiny 2.
My stuff. I heard they was taking away people's Starlink and shit. This motherfucking phone is laggy as hell, man. They trying to get me tonight, huh? Let me see if I can turn dark mode on real quick. Help that a little bit. Do that.
America did not win World War II. They lost, and lost bad. Now, let's talk about it. Y'all remember when they told us that we won the war, and then we went and took their scientists, you know, the Ashkenazi Jewish scientists, the ones that created the atom bomb? Now, number one, why would we need them if we dropped the atom bomb that we had already created? They would just be dead space. If we already had the bomb and the know-how in America to create that bomb, why save the Ashkenazi Jewish? Now, for those of you that follow me, you know I've pointed out lots of dragons. And you know where they dropped those bombs at? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. For those of you that know, you know. For those of you that don't, let me show you. Now, this was something different from me. But for those of you that follow me, you know I bought a snake.
Man. Yeah, my phone's a little janky right now, man. It's slow when it wants to be. You know what I'm saying? It does shit fast when it can. But yeah, I try to keep my phone on dark mode. I put it on bright mode to see if it will do anything. No help. No bueno. But let's keep it moving.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents, make sure that you don't get fucked. Straight up. There's a lot of fucking going on in the entertainment industry, the music industry. Everybody's getting caught up into something. I'm cured now, though, everybody. I'm cured. Everything's good. You know, y'all can have me over for dinner. Everything is good.
That's a bald-faced lie. Why does that nigga have that rat face ass stare like, I'ma fuck your kids while you sleeping? Like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Close, what the fuck? Hey, but it's Diddy. You know what I'm saying? It's some Diddy shit. This dude doesn't seem to have a pecan. Hey, man, all I'm saying is this. That dude, something. Man, let's watch that again. That shit looks scary.
Nigga, don't ask me, well, I haven't got a Rolls Royce. You have to stop, y'all. Keep talking.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents, make sure that you don't get fucked. Straight up. There's a lot of fucking going on in the entertainment industry.
He out here telling the parents not to get fucked. But the kids is what he's after.
I'm cured. Everything's good. You know, y'all can have me over for dinner. Everything is good.
He's cured. What is he cured of? Hold on, let's run that back. One more again, all right? One more again. He cured. What the fuck is you? I didn't know you was diagnosed with something, nigga. What the fuck? The fuck?
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents, make sure that you don't get fucked. Straight up. There's a lot of fucking going on in the entertainment industry, the music industry. Everybody's getting caught up into something. I'm cured now, though, everybody. I'm cured. Everything's good. You know, y'all can have me over for dinner. Everything.
Did he just admit it? He just admitted it. He didn't even care. Oh, wow. And hell yeah, that nigga was zooted. That motherfucker tooting and booting shit.
This guy died tragically from falling off a balcony.
So Jeffrey Epstein, he was also obsessed with bioengineering. So he had all of these scientists that he would donate money to their charities and he would have them work on things and stuff. But what I heard, and this is completely unsubstantiated, but I heard it and I thought it was fascinating, was that he also had these same guys, because they were disease specialists and everything like that. He had them design a novel coronavirus. That was his switch. Basically, that was his trump card, which is like, I don't go to jail or I release this shit. And it's like one of these things where if I don't keep entering in a thing every 30 days, I die. In October or November, his switch went off, and that's when the disease got introduced into the world until it became what we do today. I don't believe it.
I'm with you. I don't believe that for a second, but that's a goddamn great conspiracy theory.
I love it, and I'm going to spread it as much as I can.
That's crazy.
Just so crazy that it might be true. But this is for entertainment purposes only, you guys. You know what it is. Educate yourself.
My buddy, man. I got this man right here. He's intelligent, like me, but not expected. He doesn't believe there's a symbiotic relationship with you and your phone. And I want to show him Sabrina Wallace. I try to give him the reason behind why your Fitbit work, right? And he gave me a rational explanation to that without understanding the science behind what Sabrina Wallace says and all that, which I need, because you need a contrarian. You need a contrarian. If you're always around people that always yes man you and only agree with what the fuck you say, how are you growing? How is your understanding evolving? It's not. And how can you teach or influence? Because influencing doesn't just have to do with his phone. It happens in real life. Message. There's a lot of y'all that think y'all are influencers, but y'all not. Y'all don't even have your own household. Y'all can influence the world, but you can't influence people in your house? That's not an influencer. I'm sorry. Let's be real. But yeah, I'm gonna go live with him. And we're gonna prove to him how there is a symbiotic relationship with your phone. How you're augmented, whether you know it or not, and it was without your consent, and how it's not just your data. Yeah, I'm watching you. There's something fucking going on with the W-band, which is the whole body area network, but I digress. Which has a frequency, but I digress. Which is connected to you, like you're the internet, and also the 5G signal, but I digress. I digress a lot, because I digress.
Damn. So everybody was offered. I got that shot. I remember I got that shot when I was locked up. Because they offered it. And then I got sick. And then I stopped eating for a whole 2 days. Because I didn't know what the fuck was wrong with me. And I fasted the whole time, drinking nothing but some hot tea, lemon juice, all that shit. I was fasting my ass off. I didn't know what the fuck happened. I'm like, this just gave me a shot, man. I'm fucked up. But they fucked up. They fucked up big time. Yeah. Said, I don't even know what the hell that flu shot was. The nigga one, Hispanic one, shit. They trying to hit both of us. See, yeah. And the thing is too, like when you do get a shot, you do have to like actually let that shit run its course and shit, and then flush it out of your body. Like you can't eat. You gotta fast. That shit has to like break down and shit. It's the H1N1, the Hispanic one, nigga one. They're trying to kill us. Basically, I think it was just like, I don't know, allegedly, but basically, I think it was just to give some kind of like a disease or immune deficiency to the next generation type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Let's go. Let's get it.
Epstein came to believe that it was Trump who had first caused him to be investigated by the law enforcement in 2005. Man. You are right. People don't care. They're already convinced Trump's bad. Nothing can fix it. I already told you that. That's what was going to happen no matter what. So,
I mean, it don't really matter, do it? The shit. The show must go on.
So, in the understanding that powerful, rich people pray and do rituals to deities for power, for knowledge, for other shit, I realized, well, okay. And most of them are Luciferian, satanic, whatever. So in my mind, I figured, well, then there has to be a God, and that's why you guys are anti-Christ, anti-God. So there is actually a righteous deity, but I doubt you gave it to us in your Bible. So I looked up to the sky, and I was like, hey, God, God of all gods. And then I found out about the goddesses, and so I was like, okay, wait a goddamn minute. Because, I mean, if women give birth on Earth, I would think that a woman goddess would probably be more godly. Did they just lie to me, bitch, about everything? Wait a fucking minute. So I was like, God of all gods, goddess of all goddesses, creator of all creations, bitch. I'm getting back to the motherfucking center of this shit. Who the fuck created my soul? My soul. I don't care about none of y'all. my soul. Onaji, who created me? I want you or your angels to guide me and to show me what I'm supposed to do here. Otherwise, I'm gonna say fuck it and go get some bitches and just live my life like a regular ass nigga. So if I really came down here to do some shit, show me. And then a fucking shooting star or a meteorite came fucking flying out the sky, and I was like, oh, wait, what the fuck? No, what? Me, bitch? That's scary. Why would you do that? Who are you? What the fuck? And over the last few years, I've been shown some shit and found out some shit, and I'm just like, well, bitch, reality's a lie. They lied about reality and how it works, but what the fuck? But still getting kind of weirded out that how am I a part of this, though? Like, fuck. So it took me a good minute to just accept the shit. Like, nigga, we're here, and this is what we supposed to do, so let's do it, shit. And that's where I'm at now. Like, oh, we about to get this shit done, nigga. I want all these evil motherfuckers gone.
No, that's just water in a copper container. That's all. Some good body electrolyte water. I don't drink. Definitely not Coke. If it's not clear, I don't drink. You know, that's a good question. What did happen to all those girls that she flew over there to that island? Excuse me. Oh, you just drink one? All right.
Right up on you. Soon as you come out, they get right up on you. Waiting for you. That doctor. Gotcha. Write it down. He's here or she's here. You know what I'm saying? Up. Now they testing your dark matter energy levels in the other room. Testing the baby. Up. Reading your shit on the scale. Will our nanobot technology be able to stop this soul and spirit from rising through our light code lockdown? Because if it don't, then this soul and spirit is going to tell everybody else about the bullshit. It's going to cause a lot of problems for us here. That's what they be doing. Because they put nanobot technology in us all. And if your dark matter energy's level's too high, they can't do shit about it, but just up. They know you're going to break it. So you're going to be one of them awoke motherfuckers down here, like myself and yourself if you watching. And all they gonna do is set up a bunch of agents around you to make your life hard. They be your teachers, everybody around you. You be in on it, like the Truman Show. You hear me? Like the motherfucking Truman Show, y'all. They have everybody around you, fake family members and everything. They be agents, nigga. They done moved you from your real family. Y'all don't even know how deep this shit get. Nigga, they been and moved you from your real family at birth, nigga. They put a bunch of agents around your ass. Y'all laughing, I'm dead serious, nigga. Your mama ain't even your real mama. A lot of y'all ain't got y'all real parents out there, don't even know it. Real, especially if you woke. All right.
That part. He ain't lying, though. Because we do have a lot of people who interfere with the peace of mind that we try to find. You know what I'm saying? And they like to do that. They find solace in it for some reason. It brings them to peace, to ruin your peace. And that just makes you want to break off a piece of ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Not no Diddy ass, just ass whooping. Like, man, somebody about to get their shit beat up, man. Like, fuck wrong with it, man? Fight somebody real quick. But no Diddy.
You guys, I believe they are trying to kill the dragon. Did you guys hear that Trump just made it okay to strike within Venezuela? And where within Venezuela do you think they'd be striking? If you follow me, you know what you're looking at, all right? This is the chin area. These are the nose holes, or the nodes on it, all right? And the face comes through here is the side of it. coming around to the cheek area. And here's the eye. All right, there's one eye here, and the other eye is over here in the DR. Okay, and this, it goes on through and comes out. All right, this dragon is huge, you all. It's absolutely huge. And I've been telling you all for years that they were going to do exactly what they're doing right now, because this one is waking. Not just waking, she's on the move, okay? So we're gonna get, this is where she feeds, coming through this side. So we're always gonna have the earthquakes there. You're gonna have the earthquakes here, all right, through her neck, and you could always follow the digestive tract through Los Angeles, the belly of the beast, all right, and she tracks around here. There's the belly area, all right, and it goes on up. You can always follow the digestive tract. Earthquake, follow the digestive tract, all right, comes on out to the tail, in which this one has a barb on her tail, and it ends up here in the Bering Sea, where the cloaca is, where they bear their eggs, the Bering Sea, okay? And right now, she is waking. She is going to move. They named this the Gulf of America, because once she moves here, it's going to split. All right, and all of this water here will rush in there, and guess what you're gonna get? You're gonna get the future naval map of America. All right, where the Gulf runs through here. Everything is separated through here. We get more water coming in through Utah, and all of this will be underwater, you guys. And America itself will be split into major parts. 1, 2, 3 parts. But the United States will have 1, 2 parts and will be split by a sea.
But if it is, just remember, Atlantis will be rising. Yes, it will. More land to occupy. Rich and fertile, too. No, you won't. You'll be in the air, hopefully. Catch a flight, Jen. Catch a flight. So it's going to happen really quick, all at once. It's a big shift. Big one. Just be prepared.
And you guys, I believe they are trying to kill the dragon. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, by the airport too, yeah.
In your entire life, have you one time heard about Venezuela and all of this oil? Where's all the oil at, people? America, Iran, places like that. Have you ever heard about getting oil from Brazil? Huh? Anywhere in South America? Huh? I'm not saying they don't have it. I'm telling you that they don't have what they say they have. If they did, the country wouldn't almost be third world. Come on, America. Wake up. No one's trying to go to war over oil. The United States has the oil that would be coming from the same place that's down there near Venezuela. If you follow me, you know what that is. I told you what the oil is. It's the blood of the serpent. All right? This is why Midwest of Texas and west is where you're finding your oil at. Because that's where the serpent stops. And they have to hit a vein, oil vein. Now in Venezuela is the head of this serpent and the eye. They can't.
That's why, if you're smart, you buy oil wells that people, sell rights to. But you want to buy it like right after they sell it, but not too long. Like, you want to be the first one to go, because when it starts filling back up, because it will, because what they did was drain one of the veins, and the vein hadn't flowed back, you know what I'm saying? But it takes a while to level back out because it seeps through the sand and shit. So you buy one of those, you'll be rich as fuck. You start pumping that shit. So
They told you Donald Trump was part of the problem. But the newly unsealed records from 2026 says that he was the first one trying to take Epstein's empire down. Look, it says right here, Trump told blank that he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present and Trump got the hell out of there. Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out that they were investigating Epstein. Ooh, that destroys the left's narrative. This was in 2006, way before the mainstream media cared. Trump was one of the very first people to call the police. He didn't just call, he sounded the alarms when others were still taking private jet rides to his island. It says here, according to the FBI's own interview with the former police chief, Trump told law enforcement that Ghislaine Maxwell was an evil operative. Thank goodness for stopping him. Everyone has known that he's been doing this. Trump said that. He wanted the truth out. And what are we seeing? While names like Clinton are being linked to skinny dipping, Trump's name shows that he got the hell out of there as soon as he saw something wrong. He banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago in 2007 while the rest of Palm Beach stayed silent. The media won't give this the 24/7 coverage that it deserves because it completely destroys their narrative. They want you to think that he was one of them, but these documents prove that he was the whistleblower. He knew Maxwell was evil, and he told the cops to focus on her. The Epstein files are finally unsealed, and the truth is favoring the 47th president. Would you look at that?
technically, Jen, it was when he hosted, because that's who was doing the Miss America pageants and all that shit. Which would make sense to why everybody would think that he's into some Epstein shit. Because, yeah, like, dude, you were basically like an international pimp at that point, right? Anybody else think that? Like, Trump had to be an international pimp. But, shit, he hung around with black people, so he knew the game. And anybody that know the game is meant to be played. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, that's a nigga, man. One more again. Yo, Nudie, what it do? Yeah, people do get crazy once they get some money, but it's the nature. It's more of the power that people think they have. Instead of controlling what they think, they have to assume that something that could be better. That's what it is. People aren't content enough.
If you're in Venezuela, Jamaica, any of those islands in that area, I warn you all to get out, especially Venezuela. Why? Because it's on the eye of this serpent. The only way that they can hurt these are their eyes. Everything else is impenetrable. They are getting ready to blind this animal. And if it goes boom in Venezuela, Godspeed for the entire West Coast. The entire West Coast. God, to be more shit. Listen to me, people. Listen to me, people. Here, let me show you. I told you all that this being, this serpent, is woke. This is the mouth. These are the nose holes like a python. All right? It comes right through here, through Venezuela. This is the eyeball. Right there. All right? Right there. If things go boom, that's where it's going to happen, people. Now, let me show you the after.
Peace. Peace to the Middle East.
Y'all remember last year this time? If you're in Venezuela, Jamaica. Y'all remember last year this time? We had already had 4 hurricanes by August of last year. The first time in 40 plus years that I've been alive that I've seen any hurricanes that early. Where those hurricanes at now? Y'all remember when content creators like myself was calling it out? And we showed you where they were, where the planes were, and what followed? Ah, man, those are good times. Good times. Now, I wonder why NOAA planes haven't been flying around. You know, NOAA. What did Trump do this year? He took away funding from... That's right. And what did Marjorie Taylor say that she think that people need to do? It's time to start handing out jail time for those manipulating the weather. Y'all better go and look at what's being done. Don't worry about Trump. Don't worry about Trump. Trump is doing what he has to do. He's not doing what he wants to do. He's doing what he has to do. You got to think about it like this. If Trump really wanted these tariffs that bad, why didn't he do it his first term? It took him 4 extra years before he learned of this and then implemented.
Facts. Like, this dude knows how to run a business, and he's just now fucking getting into the, like, no, it don't work like that. He ain't do it like that. But where was I?
Stick by the woman who's by your side no matter what. Don't switch up on the girl that was with you when you ain't have shit. If you do, you are a idiot. When you don't have nothing, that is going to determine who likes you and who don't. Who loves you for you and who don't. You're supposed to go through trials and tribulations in life. But when you have that special somebody who's willing to go through that shit with your goofy ass, why the fuck would you stop fucking with them when you start making it to the top just to go get with somebody who wasn't fucking with you at your lowest, who always thought you was a fucking dork, but all of a sudden you came up on top. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, I always had a crush on you. I hope you know that. And then your goofy, lustful ass over here falling for the old okie doke. Motherfucker, that's the damn devil in the blue dress. Do you not understand that? No. The woman that's with you when you ain't got nothing is the woman that you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life. And if you too lustful to understand that, you are going to always fall. A man who cannot control his lust will always fall, no matter what. If you cannot control your sexual urges or control the lust because somebody might look better than your partner or somebody is doing better than your partner, but that same partner that's the one that you don't like as much all of a sudden because you feel like you're doing so good in life. No, it's all about building. It's just like what we do when we watch sports, NBA, NFL. They build the teams up. You have a player that's been with you since the beginning of times, who always been solid, always showed up on time, all of the above. You're not going to get rid of that person. No, you're going to thug it out with them until things get better. That's what it's supposed to be about. Because when I was at my lowest, you think people gave a fuck about me like that? Hell nah. I was at my lowest. I met my wife. She helped me get comfortable with myself. She helped me get my mind back on track. Y'all don't think people came for our relationship? Hell yeah, it did. But guess what? When you got your mind right and you step in that bitch like, I ain't finna let nothing happen over here, cuz. I got time today, cuz. When you move like that, the devil gonna get scared and get the fuck on, gonna try to find another relationship to jeopardize. You feel me? Always remember, a strong man has a strong woman by his side.
Exactly. Vice versa, like you said. It's all good though. You know how it works. Yeah, they blocking that shit for everybody who's trying to look up on that shit. You feel me? They don't want nobody intervening on their party because it's still taking place over on the Pizza Island where all the jerky is.
Bells tell you when to move. Lines tell you where to stand.
Eat what they give you. Recess looks like yard time. Isolation rooms for those who don't comply. They call it education. It looks like incarceration. Most people never noticed when schools became prisons and children became inmates.
I did. I did. Especially military school. That shit so much like prison. It's not even funny. So not the jerky, yeah. Yeah. But you gotta remember, Jen, when they came over here and discovered America and shit and exhumed all the tombs that were wrapped up like mummies and shit, they did partake in the cannibalism at that point. Just, for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, they just start exhuming and like eating. Like I think that's what all those underground tunnel systems were found and shit. Because I'm pretty sure that's where they went. But I digress. Let's keep it moving.
And this is the guy, billionaire Les Wexner, founder of Victoria's Secret, is now unredacted as a co-conspirator. He gave Epstein power of attorney and a Manhattan mansion. Wait a minute. So this guy gave Jeffrey Epstein a Manhattan mansion? Well, why would he do that? That seems a little bit like, that's weird. Why would somebody just give away a mansion like that?
Yeah. Why would somebody just give away a mansion? Anyone know the answer to that one? Type 1 in the chat. I bet you knew that. Shit. Hey, we got 8 people with thumbs up. I'm partaking, appreciating. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Let's get it up to 11 that are watching. I appreciate that even more, y'all. Let's work to the team. Let's get it.
Devil pull was the devil making all of you Christian worship him. Now, let's talk about it. Every Sunday, someone's in church screaming, hallelujah, hallelujah. And you all think that you're saying, praise God. Do you all know what Satan's name is in Hebrew? Hallel. U means you or your, and Yah means God. Hele, U, Yah. Hallelujah. Satan's your God. And if you don't believe me, here, watch this. It says here in the Vulgate, the Latin transition of the Hebrew Bible, the word Lucifer is used to translate the Hebrew word Hallel, which means shining one. Lucifer in Latin translates to light bringer or the morning star. The Latin word Lucifer was also used to translate the Hebrew Hallel in the Vulgate. So every time you say hallelujah, you are saying Lucifer's your God. Hallel, Lucifer. U, you or your. Yah, God. The same as Yahweh, Yahshua.
Yahuwah, the Most High. What up, Photron in the building? Let's get it. Sorry about coughing in the mic. Had to clear my throat. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of phlegm.
Yes, I have checked every single state, including Alaska and Hawaii, and not one governor is lawfully executing duty from a lawful office. Every single governor is executing duty from a vacant office, which means that we've been under occupation. We've been under occupation since the barriers have come, the Inns of Court have come. We have a constitutional republic, and they cannot use public funds to do this, and that's where we come in. We have to know the law. We have to understand that public funds cannot be used to take over the form of government. You can't use public taxpayer funds to violate the form of government. That is contempt of legislature, and that's what's happening. Nobody has constitutional authority. All the executive offices are vacant.
Mm, mm. Guess so that's the spirit, Jen. Smoking now, then passing out. Yeah, that's the remedy. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we gonna be passing out here in about like 40 minutes myself. So let's get to it.
China, they're piloting it a few years ago in Shenzhen. So I lived overseas. If you go to Shenzhen, back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. So if you jaywalked in Shenzhen, they would immediately detect that and send you a notification, and they would deduct money from your what they call WeChat account. They use two main apps, WeChat and Alipay. So you can actually deduct your money directly from your account. This is 4 years ago, so this is not like some sort of conspiracy theory. It's not something that's going to happen 10 years into the future. This happened pre-corona in China. And so this system in China that exists is extremely advanced. They can detect if it's a man or a woman. They can guess your age. They can detect what kind of car model it is, who the manufacturer is. This is a sort of technology that we see in all these dystopian sort of films and whatever, and people keep putting it off and thinking that this is something that's going to happen later in my kids' lifetime or my grandkids. It's already here. And if this gets implemented anywhere, especially in a Western nation, it's not going away. Israel is already talking about the fourth shot. Then they're going to be going to herpes, and they're going to ask if you're gay. They're going to be asking if you ate 3 pizzas this week because it's unhealthy. If you buy certain books in certain countries, your country doesn't like you. You'll lose points in the social credit score system. So this is already the reality of the world in certain places, and we need to be aware of that if we don't want that or if we do. And to be perfectly honest, anybody who wants this vaccine passport, it's a misnomer. It's total control. Everything you do or don't do will be calculated to the point where if they can detect your GPS signal, if you have a phone on you, they can detect who you're hanging out with. Oh, you're hanging out with somebody that said something bad 9 years ago on Weibo, okay, like a Chinese equivalent to Facebook or something like that, right? Oh, you lose 2 points. Oh, you bought Japanese books, you lose 5 points because you don't like Japan. This is what is going to come here because it's already there.
And we're doing that a little bit with contact tracing for COVID, aren't we? So that they can see where you're at and who you're with.
The simple reality is that the technology that CSIS has and all these big tech corporations, they already know where you are. It's just that they don't want to shock the system too much and admit that they have it. Edward Snowden revealed all this back in 2013. He fled to Hong Kong. They wouldn't keep him there, so now he's in Russia.
Yeah.
But the NSA has all of your information. They know your Google searches from like February 9th, 2004 in a bunker in Colorado.
Help me, Rhonda.
Right? They have all this information. So, but they don't, like in the US, they have the Fourth Amendment. They're not supposed to track you forever.
Mm. Mm. Also had the Fourth Amendment. They're not supposed to track you forever. But hey, let's keep it moving. This is not the Black Maria that he is restoring, by the way. But whatever painting it was, there was a lot of gunk on it. Let's just say that. And that's always good with a dash of hash. That's why it lasts so long. It's a beautiful heart, though, yes. Very, very molto bene. Molto bene. Where was the one I think it was
So Hillary Clinton tweeted, if we are going down, everyone is coming with us. And then Bill Clinton tweets, I have called for the full release of the Epstein files. I have provided a sworn statement of what I know. And just this week, I agreed to appear in person before the committee. And then Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton also said, we want our hearing to be public. The truth belongs to the American people. They deserve to know all the truth. But then Bill Clinton keeps replying to himself, and this one got 164,000 likes. I will not sit idly as they use me as a prop in a closed-door kangaroo court by a Republican Party running scared. If they want answers, let's stop the games and let's do this the right way, in a public hearing where the American people could see for themselves what this is really about. And obviously Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton definitely has done some crazy stuff, so if they're going all in, they're bringing everyone with them. What do y'all think?
I guess we're about to see a snuff film. I didn't really sign up for that, but that's what it's starting to look like, yeah?
He just came right out and admitted it. We got him. I mean, we literally got him. So President Trump, he comes right out and he says, yes, the American people are paying all of the tariffs. Yes, I inflated how much I made in tariffs, and we cannot produce and show you how much we've made because we've already spent it. Yes, we are responsible for the food stamp thing, and a judge has made me admit that we moved those funds to ICE. Not more than a day later, Steve Bannon comes out freaking out and says, if we lose the midterms like it's looking like we're going to, and we lose in 2028, almost all of you guys in this room are going to prison, me included. Because they know now, since President Trump got irritated in that interview and just admitted that they're all responsible, they're all behind this evil shit, that it's only a matter of time before that Epstein list shit comes back up. Wow. And you know what? MAGA, what are you guys?
See, they all dirty. Not a clean one in there. But you know what they say? Yet, let thee without sin cast the first stone. Let's keep it going.
A lot of people don't know this, but when I was about 14 or 15, my father lost his job, and I actually became homeless for quite some time. Of course, I grew up in Canada, so I thought we had just gone camping, you know.
All you know is you ended up living in a car. And, you know, we'd use the facilities there. And
My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
It's important to remember, especially for me, I would never show up anywhere if I didn't understand that everyone was broken in some way.
You know, what am I is the central question. You know,
Right.
Why am I here? What am I? You know?
Don't get me wrong, you know, Jim Carrey is a great character, and I was lucky to get the part. But I don't think of that as me anymore.
It showed me that there were characters being played everywhere. As an actor, you play characters, and then if you go deep enough into those characters, you realize that your own character is pretty thin to begin with.
You know, and a lot of the characters I've done so far have been about duality, about what you show the world and what you really are. And so I've always been trying to reconcile the two.
Oh, I was two people my whole life. I was in the living room entertaining people, being a monkey, you know, doing my thing for the company and trying to relieve my mother who was suffering. She had rheumatoid arthritis and phlebitis and everything under the sun that was nagging at her, and she was depressed. And I wanted her to be free. I am at the top of the mountain, and I was, and the The only one I hadn't freed was myself, and that's when my search for identity deepened. I wondered who I'd be without my fame. Who would I be if I said things that people didn't want to hear? Or if I defied their expectations of me?
I found myself subjugating Jim Carrey for Andy Kaufman and Tony Clifton, and then at the end of it looking for Jim Carrey again and having trouble finding him.
You know, and then you suddenly have this separation and go, well, who's Jim Carrey? Oh, he doesn't exist, actually.
I don't exist. They're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters.
He's not lying. He's not lying. Everybody has their own character or attribute that shines through. You know what I'm saying? That they show everybody. And they have the flaw that they keep hidden away, that they don't let see the light of day. It's like everybody has the two sides, but only one hides. In order to see the whole picture, you have to do what big brothers do, which is watching us when we think no one else is watching. Paying attention to us when we're at our most vulnerable. Listening to our most deepest random thoughts that we say out loud, which I don't say out loud. I like to keep to myself. I'm an introvert, so they'll never know what I'm really thinking. Never let them know your next move, right? That's what I like to keep them on their toes. Keep them on their toes.
Hey bro, did you see what happened in Iran today? Check this out. So protesters made a statue of Baal, interesting, and they set it on fire, which you can see right here. But do you see the two flags, the two countries' flags on there, and the two leaders that are also on the statue? Bro, and I was trying to pay attention. Is this AI? It actually doesn't look like AI. Dude, are we actually in biblical times right now? This is crazy.
I mean, it could be. Could be. Calling us nut jobs? But you're the one working for a bloodthirsty organization that's bent on people selling their souls in order to get wealth. You got some explaining to do, Jimmy. You got some explaining to do.
No wonder Putin. No wonder Putin is pissed. No wonder Trump's calling him a crazy man. They just try to blow his ass out of the sky. 45 drones. That's how many they sent. Zelensky sent. And Putin was able to fight him off. Of course, there's missiles going back and forth or going into Ukraine now. Yeah, I don't think he's going to play nice. I don't think Trump's going to be able to get in the middle of it. Zelensky's got the EU and the UK backing him, talking a big game. Germany's talking about sending missiles into Russia. Yeah, I think this is going to escalate. It's going to escalate fast, and it's really getting out of Trump's hands rather quickly. And it's going to turn into its own thing. I mean, it's already its own thing, but I really think it's going to fall. Where this was Ukraine with America's backing, it looks like it's going to be Ukraine with UK and EU backing versus Russia. And we have heard the red countries say they will back Russia if they have to.
Shit, might have to, man. You might have to. I hope not. Hope we don't get to that.
Follow me. You know I told you that the Caribbean Levi is woke. I also told you that I went and bought a snake just to study the movements so that I can figure out where this is going to split at. and I have a pretty good idea now. Okay, for those of you that follow me, you know that this is the Levi that made me famous whenever I was dead or 910 before they no longer allowed that name on this platform, okay? So we had this Levi here, all right? And if you look just a little bit north, you'll see the same thing right here, all right? She's going to always have earthquakes. I told you all, this is where they feed. It comes through here, all right? You can see, look, just follow the lines. This is where they feed, or this one feeds, all right? But my thing is, I wanted to know, where is she going to split when it happens? Where is she going to split? So she has to move, and snakes curl, all right? So right here is where she comes through. She's going to split right here around Galveston, Texas, all right? Around Galveston, Texas, it's going to separate. This will be parted right there, all the way up through Denver, Colorado. Y'all remember them airports, right?
Damn. Canaanites. Red and blue, like some 3D glasses. Yeah. Red, blue. But that's what we're in, a 3D paradigm. We're supposed to see 4D, though, which means it's supposed to be the higher self-conscious controlling what the third dimension entity does. Or at least have like some kind of a control. Can't really control everything, you guys. But you can't know what can happen if you pay attention. So
A lot of people don't know this, but when I was about 14 or 15, my father lost his job, and I actually became homeless for quite some time.
Flow the way it needed to flow. It was just a stage that they had created. You know, from Hollywood to the movies to their CNN, their media outlets, everything was just a stage. Everything was acted out. Everything was a script. But where we are right now is, even with the workforce, that's a big script. You know, working a 9 to 5. We felt like it was, you know, the grand thing to do. You know, like that was all that was to this reality, because that's the lie that we was taught. But in essence, it's not. It's a lot more to this reality. It's a lot more to this reality, and we're all going through it right now. We're experiencing it on so many levels. But
yeah, man. The levels to this shit. Everybody has to experience their own level. It's like I always say, in time, you will be able to tell, but only time will tell you when that time is. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't make that time happen for you. That time will be happening when it happens. You can look for it, though. There ain't no saying you can't look, search, because you might find it in time. But keep that peace in mind.
I am Jeff Epstein's niece. They told me that we belonged to the cult of Baal. My great-grandfather, according to my father, was Walt Disney before he moved to the United States. It's very cute, right? Except for when you consider the abuse that I suspect is still happening.
I had to stop the video real quick. We're gonna play it again. Did this lady just say that her grandfather was Walt Disney? Did anybody else catch that? I just want to make sure that's not just me, something that I've seen or heard her say. But I'll play that again. All right. See, as long as I'm thinking, like, I don't think I just heard what I think I heard, but I heard what I think I heard. So let's keep it moving though. Let's keep moving.
I am Jeff Epstein's niece. They told me that we belonged to the cult of Baal. My great-grandfather, according to my father, was Walt Disney before he moved to the United States. It's very cute, right? Except for when you consider the abuse that I suspect is still happening to children.
Wait, did you catch what she just said? A woman publicly claims she's Jeffrey Epstein's niece and says her family line traces back to Walt Disney himself. And then, out of nowhere, she drops, "They told me we belong to the cult of Baal." Now, if you don't know what that means, you're not supposed to. Baal worship, ancient Canaanite rituals. It's referenced in the Old Testament as a system of power built on control, secrecy, and sacrifice. And for centuries, symbols tied to it have appeared in elite architecture, entertainment, and even corporate logos. Is she telling the truth about her lineage? Maybe not. But why would someone invent this exact story, linking Hollywood, Epstein, and ancient occult systems, unless it's echoing something real? Because here's what I've shown you before. The same symbols, the same bloodline narratives, the same coincidences between power, entertainment, and hidden rites. I'm not saying believe her. I'm saying ask why this story keeps repeating. Comment. Too many patterns if you've seen this before.
Everybody, I've seen that before. Shit. They are deep. I've read them a couple times. Yeah, tablets are good. No doubt about that. Some of my best work. Hermie Trismegistus, aka Thought. You know what I'm saying? Some of my best work. Keep it in mind, this all in time.
The Jeffrey Epstein, he was also obsessed with bioengineering. So he had all of these scientists design a novel coronavirus that was his kill switch. Basically, like that was his trump card, which is like, I don't go to jail or I release this shit.
This was the guy that died tragically from falling off of his balcony.
Yeah, the hermetic seal that we are in. Very nice.
The Bible is a Masonic book. Of course it's a Masonic book. Who translated the King James Authorized Version? Rosicrucians and Freemasons. How many people know that these symbols in Islam are taken directly out of the Old Testament Bible? And that Mecca is the black cube of Freemasonry. Mecca is a black square. Look it up. The planet Saturn. Saturn was referred to as the black cube. And the more they pray, the more blood is spilled. The more violence and bloodshed builds each day. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And the more they pray, the worse it gets. And Christians all over the world are praying to God's Son, the light of the world, and they have no idea what they're praying to. They have no concept of the world, of what they're praying to, and consequently, all of the evil is winning. Good people are losing. Knights Templars, Masonic, Freemasons are winning. They're controlling the world. Why? Because we're worshiping the wrong God. Because we don't understand what the symbols mean. Because we walk right past the truth sitting right in front of us and end up worshiping something that the Knights Templars have given us to worship. And therefore, we haven't got the faintest idea in the world what's going on.
I'm not allowed to say certain things, so I decided to reveal the hidden truth in this ebook. If you want to understand what you are, where we are, this ebook will literally unveil that to you.
All I'm gonna say is this, man. In no way, shape, or form are you supposed to follow the Son when the Father gave you good guidelines. Okay, let's get it.
There's three sons, by the way. Like, there's three of you, spirit, soul, and body. Okay? There has to be. It can't work any other way, otherwise you wouldn't be animated.
The spirit and the soul are different?
Absolutely, they're different.
What's the difference?
They are one, but they are different. And as magnetism and electricity are one, but different, You have to understand this. It's like fire has always got light and heat to it. But heat is different to fire. I can get heat without a fire. But fire is never separate from heat. So fire is one, heat is another, but they are one. And light, which comes from fire, is also different, but they're all one. It's a trinity. Fire is a trinity. Water the same. You get ice, you get water flowing, and you get gas. There you go. Water is 3 states, so it's a trinity. Everything's a trinity, right? So who created the sun? Well, the Mithraics and the Zoroastrians, they taught that there are 3 suns. The one you see is the physical, and it makes the physical world. It's mental. Physical. Then the one behind the sun, they say the sun behind the sun, is the soul of the sun. Soul, S-O-U-L, is the same as soul, solar. Sol Invictus, it was called. The invincible sun, Sol Invictus. It's the soul of the universe. The spirit of the universe is the highest Godhead, the monad, the highest part of the Godhead. Okay? So, like a computer, the spirit is the file, because it is spiritual. You can't touch it. You can't touch those zeros and ones. They're in counter space. They're in crystals. They're energy. They're not even forms. They're just energy. And yet, RAM in the computer delivers it to your screen. So RAM, which in Sanskrit coincidentally means soul, Rama, Sri Rama, the god of the Hebrews, RAM, means soul. That's your RAM in your computer. The theater is the screen. That's your physical body.
Mm. Mm. See, we animate what we want it to be. Remember when you came into this world, you created the player, you were content, and you're like, yes, I want to choose difficulty level hard, which I did. Some people went easy mode, choose female. You know what I'm saying? I went hard mode, choose black male, and all that. You know, so, but it is what it is. I chose this because I knew the time that I was in is the last time that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? So, till the end, let's begin.
So now you're telling me that a council known as the Galactic Federation has been monitoring our planet since the beginning. They apparently were going to make themselves known in 2027, but due to everything that's been going on Earth, they've moved it up to 2025. They are on their third level of presenting themselves, first starting with the orbs last year, which a lot of people have seen. The second phase, their motherships, their modes of transportation, have been all around the entire world, cloaked, multiple places that I've seen the videos. Now, once again, this is allegedly, but the third phase is the guy who was sleeping in the egg. The egg, that the video that just came out recently, he was resting there, so he's basically their go-to guy. So there is apparently a council of 26, and there are the council of 5, which will be making their human presence known very soon to help us basically get through every bit of craziness that's been happening in our world right now. Now, obviously, anything I say is for entertainment, education, learning, and conversation purposes only, but this is fascinating to me because there has been a lot of things in the news, a lot of things that add up, don't add up. So obviously, take what you will, leave what you won't. I'm not here to encourage you to believe one thing or the other. It resonates here and it feels truthful to me. So yeah, drop it in the comments. Have you heard this? Do you know more? Do you believe it? Do you not believe it? I think it's a fun thing to talk about on this gloomy Tuesday.
At least I know what day it was. 2 days behind. Shit. It's fucking Thursday right now, man. But yeah, Friday is tomorrow.
Did you, in fact, make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation.
Yes,
I was on the sex island, but only for the snorkeling. I didn't know anything about the kid stuff.
My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple.
No, look, 95% of what went on down there was not pedophilia.
Oh, yeah?
No, the other 5%, that sullied the whole operation.
We had lunch on the island. That is true, for an hour, and we left with all of my children.
It ain't just me. You guys' names are on those documents too, remember?
What? Still? God damn it!
Son of a bitch.
We were on family vacation. I don't recall why we did it.
He wanted some jerky. We know why you did it. You jerky eating son of a bitch. Goddamn disgusting asshole. We know what you wanted. Yeah. Being a bone sucking ass sucker hoe.
This is the guy behind the torture videos in the Epstein files. His name is Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem. We learned this just an hour ago from Thomas Massey. He believes the Sultan is behind this email. It says, "Where are you? Are you okay? I loved the torture video." That's what Jeffrey Epstein is saying to him. And then he says, "I am in China. I will be in the U.S. second week of May." We have also just learned that Les Wexner has been named as a co-conspirator with Epstein in the unredacted files tonight. One document in the recent file, it says, blank stated Epstein earned his money from having sex with Wexner. Old Les here is the former CEO of Victoria's Secret, huge businessman, along with Bath & Body Works, Abercrombie & Fitch, and more. Epstein wrote a draft message to Les Wexner about, quote, gang stuff and debts the two owed each other. Epstein mentioned that they were in these gang stuff for more than 15 years. Epstein also wrote about an argument with Les Wexner's wife, Abigail, where she made, quote, very unfair, aggressive, and false accusations.
Really? Probably true, though.
Let's slow down a little bit, shall we? This year's logo is the same colors as the no signal broadcast. Is this foreshadowing? Power lines sparking and cutting off. Are you following me so far? It looks like we are to follow the white rabbit, or in this case, Bad Bunny who's wearing all white. Through the rabbit hole we go. The dancers are making a circle around him, same as, let's say, a rabbit hole. Through a rabbit hole, we end up where? An alternate universe. Notice the floor pattern. All the dancers here are making the same design. So many similarities so far. Drinking the potion will definitely alter your reality. How about the hedge maze? Here's where it gets twisted like a maze. Alice and her potential husband. Did you notice Gaga and Bad Bunny's outfits? Very similar. Alice did not want to marry, so she ran off chasing the rabbit. But in this realm there was a wedding. Here you can see Gaga crowning Bad Bunny. Maybe now we'll have a new Queen of Hearts.
If anybody knows anything, she been following that dude since he came around. Wonder why. I mean, industry plants do help each other grow. Catch my drift.
If your birth certificate reads black, Negro, colored, African American, etc., and you're indigenous, do you know you have an ironclad lawsuit against the United States under misclassification? Did you know that, right? You know you can go after the United States for misclassifying you as what you're not, right? That's a huge lawsuit against the United States. You can get fucking damages out the yin yang. Also, it feels good to be alive at this time, right? So, did you know that they already shipped almost 20,000 so-called Native Americans out of this country? They're cleaning off all those reservations. They're taking away their rights. They don't get free land. They don't get free housing. They don't get any money. They cancel all that shit. They took them motherfuckers straight out of here, bruh. They taking them out of here by the fucking boatload, right? That's why you see these so-called Native American Indians, the pretendians. That's why you see them now making TikTok videos about, hey, do you feel bad, or are you ashamed of the dating of Native American woman or Native American man? You know why they saying that? Because they need somewhere to stay. I thought y'all were the Indians. I thought y'all was the Indians, right? So why they on here making videos about, hey, would you date or would you date the Native American Indian or whatever? They're getting kicked out here by the fucking boatload. That's why they're doing that. See, people only come around when they need you, because when they thought that they were the Indians, you ain't see none of these commercials. You ain't see none of these videos nowhere. IG, Facebook, X, none of that shit, right? Twitter, whatever, right? You ain't see none of these videos. All of a sudden, you're seeing these videos now. See, the only people safe on this land from deportation is the indigenous people. Those are the only people safe. See, white people think they're safe, but no, they're not, because white people are immigrants as well. I know y'all think this y'all country, but y'all are immigrants as well. So if y'all are fucking immigrants and illegal immigrants, because nobody gave you the right to be here, so you just as illegal as the people y'all chasing. But my problem is you got illegal people telling illegal people that they can't be here. The only people that should be telling people they can't be here is us, right? Now, did you see the lady, the Black Panther's niece or whatever, who's going after these so-called new Black Panthers of trying to stand up for all these other people? See, y'all got to pay attention, man. Nobody came to our rescue. Nobody. Now, everybody want to know, oh, when did black women and Latino women start fighting? Since y'all didn't want to share them tacos, we been fighting, or y'all been fighting, right? Y'all didn't want to share them fucking tacos, so y'all been fighting. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to be like, oh, black people, can y'all come out and help us? No, because nobody helped us. Now you got these pretendians or Native American Indian women looking to date black men because they know that we the only one can get them to stay here. Well, guess what? I don't want you, and hopefully none of my people want you for what you did, because you got our money, you live free off our land, and you made a lot of fucking bread, and then you try to steal our identity. So why the fuck would we be coming to y'all rescue? Why would we be coming to y'all rescue? Anybody out there that's trying to save people that didn't come and save us, the problem is not them, it's you, motherfucker. Also, did you know the Hyundai plant in Georgia? Did you know all 6,000 of the workers so-called quit? But see, they tell you they so-called quit, but I think, like, I'm trying to put it together, because I saw videos that the plant that Hyundai sits on, and the reason why those 6,000 workers quit, because the indigenous people claimed that land, claimed that whole territory. Also, Marvel the comic, you know, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Robin, Wonder Woman, all the white people, superheroes, all the artificial superheroes. Well, Marvel is moving out of Georgia and moving to the UK. I wonder why. Why all these countries or companies jumping fence now? Oh, that's right. The indigenous people has came back for their fucking land. The indigenous people has came back for their fucking land. And we want reparation. We want our fucking land. Now, RFK told y'all, RFK Jr. told y'all that when they start to take land, they're going to take land from the Trump supporters first and give it back to the indigenous people. Well, we own the land, so you don't have to give us the land. We'd rather y'all leave, because the land is reparation. The land is reparation. We don't want your money, because your money ain't good for shit. Your money ain't good for shit, right? But let me say this, closing out this video. Grab your birth certificate. If your birth certificate says black, Negroes, colored, or African American, you got a golden lawsuit against the United States, because that's misclassification. That's false identifying you as something you're not. Huh? Let's go. 2026 till the end of this motherfucker. Let's go.
Because we needed that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the money up, not the funny up. You know what I'm saying? All right, though, fam. Go cash that ticket. I just helped y'all get. You know what I mean? Go cash that shit in. Cause I know mine is. I know mine. I'm going to get that motherfucking money. Let's get it, y'all. Peace, love. Let's get it.
Friends are some of the fakest people you ever have in your life. Because friends will never allow you to just be yourself. Oh, man, nigga, you sound like you're getting weak. Oh, man, you sound like you get... They ain't gonna let you say, man, I'm hurt right now, homie. I feel like hurt. They gonna go tell somebody, man, nigga talking about killing himself. So, friends don't check on nobody. Family. Family go check on your family. Because friends have to fake with one another. Friends have to be fake in order for us to be real friends. I can't tell you, nigga, you wrong when you wrong.
I felt that! My bad. That shit hit me. That shit hit me, man. That shit touched me on another level.
Homie, friends don't let each other be who they really want to be, my nigga. I got to be who you want me to be so we can remain friends. If I tell you I don't like this, I don't want to kick that nigga, I don't want to rob that nigga, and we from the same hood, but we friends. I can't go against my friend because my friend gonna quit me. So if I'm really your friend, I can tell you no. I can tell you I don't like this. I don't want to do this. Say, homie, I'm on the phone with my girl. Can you cut this down? And you don't say, oh, man, nigga caking on the phone. My friend understand this is my girl. So when he heard me talking to my girl, he cut the music down. Without shaming me. Friends wake up every day to shame one another. Why do you want me to believe when you call me, homie, and we Jones and high side? What friends do with each other. But man, my family ain't gonna do this. So I build a family away from a family, nigga.
We had a saying where we would be like, peace, be safe. But then we heard Nipsey say, stay dangerous. And I never understood it. But then when I finally understood it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Stay dangerous. Because when you are, you're aware. If you're part of the danger, you can see the danger around you as well. You have to stay dangerous. Because if we're not, we're going to get caught unaware. And then we're just a pawn being used. When you carry yourself like a king, you will be.
Mars. Only a fool would include his own death as part of a plan. Young lady.
Mars so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay.
The real flex is how many lives you can positively impact. It's not about cars, clothes, or clout. Influence means nothing if you're not helping somebody to grow. The legacy you leave won't be measured by what you had, but by who you helped. Real power